What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy. Welcome back to another Game Week 8 FPL video, and today we've got the differentials where I scout out some potential good talent under the 5% radius marker of team selected by, that is, and just look at how good they could be and whether they are just a hidden gem waiting to be found. And today we've got a bumper 8 people, so hold on to your hat, it's going to be a long episode. Let's get straight into things. Of course, we always start with the goalkeepers. Just one goalkeeper this week. Lee Grant is the man to take the podium. The Stoke goalkeeper is valued at just £4 million. And with Jack Butland out for potentially another month, the FPL break, or the international break, is just over. So we've got at least 4 weeks of Lee Grant in goal for Stoke City. And to be honest, 0.6% ownership. Scored 7 points in his last 2 games, and you look at his next 5 games, you've got Sunderland at home, you've got Hull away, Swansea at home, West Ham away, Bournemouth at home, among others. Past that, looking really good. If Stoke improve their form and get a much sturdier defence, which we know them for, could be clean sheet heaven for the next 4 weeks for Lee Grant. Moving on to the defenders, we've got 2 this week, starting off with Arsenal and Mr. Monreal. He comes in at £6 million. Now, the alternative here is Mustafi. Mustafi is owned by, I think, 0.9% of people. I'm not too sure, but I'm going with Mustafi because there's a chance he can go forward along the wings, get those crosses in, get those balls in, maybe those assists. But Mustafi can also go up for corners, so there's that. But both of them really should be suggested. Last 5 game weeks, he has scored 18 points. Not too bad, but not too good either. And he's got Swansea at home, Middlesbrough at home, Sunderland away, Spurs at home, and then Man United away. Tough 2 games to end off the next 5 game weeks, but the first 3, I feel like 3 clean sheets, maybe an assist or 2, some bonus points here or there, could make really good reading for Monreal owners. Next up, we go to Liverpool and Dejan Lovren. Now, last episode I gave you Matip, which I did say I believe was a bit of a risk. If I didn't, I do apologise, it was a bit of a risk. This time I'm going with Dejan Lovren for the simple reason he is £0.5 million cheaper. He is valued, a little bit less, so it makes him a bit better. And I think I put Matip in there last week because I wasn't sure if Lovren would start. It was a bit in the air, but now it looks like Lovren and Matip is the 2 centre-backs to start, usually in the preferred formation for Jurgen Klopp, so he is definitely one to look out for. Good games coming up, Man United at home after that. Well, 8 game weeks of pure fun for Liverpool, and I really do think he is going to get a few clean sheets finally this season. Moving on to midfielders, we've got 3 midfielders, starting off with Dusan Tadic. Now, he is still under the 5% mark, and I don't know why. I still haven't got him in, to be honest. I need to get out Redmond for him somehow, but Dusan Tadic is coming in at £7.2 million. He is selected by just 2.6% of people, and he's scored 25 points in the past 5 game weeks. Incredible. Burnley at home, Man City away, Chelsea at home, Hull away, and Liverpool at home. Those 5 fixtures, and you can understand those are some tough fixtures, but he has done really well in the last few game weeks. He's done really well in the last 2 international breaks. It just seems silly how he's still 2.6%, but, if he's still there, you may as well take it because differential is definitely on the cards for him. Moving on to our second midfielder, we've got Xherdan Shaqiri. Now, he is in line as well with every other midfielder. I believe the only other one I was considering was Marko Arnautovic, but I put in Shaqiri because he's a little bit cheaper. Valued at £6.3 million, just selected by 3.5% of people. Scored only 14 points in the last 5 game weeks. He has a home game against Sunderland, then it's Hull away, Swansea at home, West Ham away, and Bournemouth at home. And if Liverpool's looks good, so does Stokes. Possibly even better. They've got some really good games for the attack and also the defence. Most likely to be the attack though, and if Shaqiri can get his form boots on, get his shooting boots on, my goodness, he's going to have a great time. And lastly in our fielders is Nolito. Now, bit of a risk, I'm not going to lie, but the Man City midfielder comes in at £8.8 million. The most expensive player on here, and probably will be for a long time. But he's only saved by 1.6% of people. Why is that? Well, mainly I'd say he headbutted someone. He lost his temper and gave him the Alan Pardew, so he got suspended for 3 games, 2 FPL games, it's worth noting. He's back now, and he's got an Everton home game, a Southampton home game, Middlesbrough away game, West Brom away game, Middlesbrough home game, and Crystal Palace away game. 5 good-looking fixtures, and Nolito, it's worth noting, was in form before he went away for nutting someone. Scored 24 points so far this season, and I think he's only going to continue that in the forthcoming game weeks. On the final straight now, the last two players are two attackers, starting off with Charlie Austin. Now this man is still under the ratio. Just as I'm recording this is on 4.9%, so get him in quick because I'm not going to be able to say him for much longer. If he scores again this week, definitely so. He's valued at £6.3 million like Shaqiri, except in the strike formation. He scored 22 points so far this season. As you know, we've seen with Tadic, decent looking fixtures, but also quite tough, you could say. A few big games, but they are at home to favour Southampton. Nothing like Austin is a man that is going to break down walls of, but possibly good teams' defences. He's big, he's strong, he's got the finishing, ability that everyone dreams of having, and he's that striker that maybe could nick a goal when you don't expect it, so I'd watch out for him. And finally, we have just one last player, and it's Hull's Abel Hernandez. Now this is a big risk, because in the last 5 game weeks he has scored a whopping 9 points. He's scored and assisted in the first 2 game weeks, or assisted and scored I should say. From then, he's gone a bit dull, he's gone a bit naff, but I looked at their fixtures coming up and I thought, they could be in for a good differential here. He is selected by just 2.0% of people, I just realised. Valued at £6 million. And the way I look at it is Bournemouth away, Stoke at home, Watford away, Southampton at home, and Sunderland away. What 5 game weeks coming up? And for me, Hernandez is definitely one to watch out for. And that is that for this video of differentials. Hopefully you have enjoyed them. So like, comment, subscribe. And who are you looking at to be your potential point maker, your potential differential for this forthcoming Game Week 8 on Fantasy Premier League? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I hope you all have a good game week. Thank you all for watching and peace.